I'll hold it.
So, Brandon Fischer, the third oldest qualifier for Olympic trials this year. What does it mean for you to have had this longevity and have qualified for 5 Olympic trials now?
If you had asked me that question years ago, I would say you're crazy. But I think me and Gabby Rose and a bunch of others could say no, that's not the case. So we are a living testament to pushing the boundaries and envelopes. So it's been a long, arduous journey of a lot of ups and downs and of trial and tribulation. Because as I'm going to go on Star Wars nerd on you here, failure is the greatest teacher that is. So, as Yoda would say.
Yeah. I mean, you've been a testament to like how consistency can breed success in your swimming and can breed like new things in your swimming. I don't know who the oldest to break 1 minute in the 100 breaststroke is, but I'm pretty sure you're up there on the list because I think you broke it at like age 29 or 30 in 2019.
Yeah, I was age 30 and a half, and that was one of the most exhilarating experiences, and I want to get back to that. It was like nothing existed, not the future, the past, or not even the present. My individuality, it did not exist. I don't remember a darn thing that happened during that race. You can try to ask me what kind of music were they playing. I'm gonna be like, I don't know. So that's how much on the zone I was, and like everything, the plans aligned. Like just you can't explain it sometimes. It just happens.
You talk about like the mentality that you've had to carry with you, and like some of the training outside the pool that you've had to do, because as you get older, it becomes harder to do like 10,000 yards a day compared to when you were like 15, 16.
Yeah, I mean, the recovery is a huge issue, and I thought I was doing enough recovery. I wasn't, and even because trying to nutrition, food is medicine. It shouldn't be meant for pleasure. It's fuel. The food that I can't eat the food here. I'm cooking my own food. I'm going grocery shopping, and I'm preparing my own food. I'm taking my habits with me wherever I go from home. So I'm like preparing my own food. I'm very particular about what I eat. So there's the recovery aspect, getting enough sleep, and being regimented about trying to get to bed on time and not like staring at your phones and screens, and just saying no to a lot of things that normally a lot of people have a hard time saying no to. It's a lot of it is discipline. A lot of it is discipline, and I think that's what has carried me into a longer longevity in the sport.
So now 34, 35.
35.
Now 35. What can you compare about this Olympic trials experience compared to 16 years ago when you were like just graduating out of high school?
Well, I'm much more experienced now than I was back then. I have a different mentality and perspective. I've seen the world. I've seen it through a different lens. This wasn't so much it is a big deal in the pool and the venue, which is kind of outdoes Omaha and the ones that I've done, because I've done Omaha 4 times, and now this is the first one, which we've never done. And it's quite an exhilarating experience. But if an experience has taught me anything, it's just another body of water. You just got to be able to take stock and draw yourself in, and to be aware of your surroundings, and just do the best you can with the circumstances. And this one was more, I learned more about my body's needs than my mental needs. But not to say the mental side of it was a struggle for me too, seeing as how I didn't perform as well as I wanted to, but I didn't give up.
Walk me through like both of your races this week. You qualified in the 100 and 200 breaststroke.
Mm-hmm.
Walk me through both of those races and like what went well, what didn't, and like what were some of your goals going in, if you're comfortable sharing.
I wanted to do better than I did in 2021, which I made semis for both 100 and 200. The field got faster, I mean, for sure, in terms of like the depth of it. So it was a lot of it, I was just walking myself through, like trying to lead up to this, saying, I don't care what happens. I no attachment. Just allow the body to do what it does, and don't be shocked and awe by it. I can't control what the body does, but I can control this leading up to it. Just being like, I've done this 5 times. This is my 5th time doing it. I'm probably one of the most experienced competitors here, and I'm choosing to excel and not compete. And I'm just going to do my best to just throw down and see what happens and let the chips fall, because there's got nothing to lose at this point. And that takes a lot of courage and strength to have that mental mindset.
Speaking of that courage and strength, and my last question for you here,
Mm-hmm.
What was the initial factor for you that made you decide that you wanted to make another run at 2024?
Well, I got to get away from my desk job. Well, not so much my desk job, but my full-time job, which I do a lot of mechanical work as a mechanical technologist at Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, where we do a lot of work for the government and the Department of Energy. And so it's a balance between getting out of that. If you would ask me where I would love to be more right now, here. And this is where I want to be, because the job is going to be there, and it's going to be there for the rest of my life and my longevity of my career. But this is something that gets me. There's nothing can compare to exhilarating as this. And it's a balance between work-life balance. I mean, you got to have work to bring in some income and money, and to have a salary to pay for the things that you want to do in life. And I'm probably like, I don't have no sponsors. I have no financial support from anybody, except I'm bringing in the money for myself to do this, and I'm balancing that and taking the funds to do this, which it gives me something to strive for, bigger than myself.
Awesome. Thank you, Brandon.
You're welcome.